Welcome back. Welcome back, people, and a huge welcome to my Thrival tribe. If you haven't met me before, my name is Lexi Tommy, and this is my Thrival Guide. Every Thursday, I sit down and I talk to you about how to get your life together. It's a fun little channel on adulting, and it will make everything in your life run much smoother. So keep watching today and subscribe below so I can keep coming back every Thursday with tips and tricks to make things easier in your life and your home. This month is going to be so fun because we are going to get what I have been promising you all along. It's a full month where I'm going to teach you my system for extreme bulk freezer meal making. And I promise you, you have never seen it like this before. If you have heard about bulk meals or freezer meals and always thought like, I'd like to try that, this is your chance. It's a game changer. So sign up, sign on. We're gonna tackle this month. My family and I have been living off of making freezer meals for the last 13 years. It's like this slow panic when the freezer starts getting low because I don't know 100% if I know to cook any other way. And it started for me like it started for many of you. You know, everybody's kind of dabbled in it a little bit. A few lasagnas here, a couple of chilies there, pre-prepped and in the freezer ready to go. But that was 13 years ago. And if you know me, I am a systems maker, a complete systems maker. So if there's something that I like that's working for me, I have to refine it until it becomes a beast. Well, let me introduce you to the beast. Bulk meal making in our family has gone from 0 to 60 in a quick hurry. The beast has taken over cooking in my entire home and has streamlined it all. I can say thank you to bulk meal making every single day of my life. The way I do it gives me time to have hobbies, time to play with my kids, time to organize and keep my home clean. It gives me time to exercise, time to relax, and time to create this YouTube channel right here. This YouTube channel for me would never have been possible if I had been held captive over a stove day in and day out. Having a few frozen meals may have been something you dabbled in before, like I talked about earlier. But what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about a couple lasagnas in the freezer. I'm not talking about a couple of even pre-portioned chilies. My biggest round of meals was 107 meals in a weekend. And when I say 107 meals, each one of those 107 meals fed 4 to 6 people. So I'm not counting them by individual servings. I am talking about 107 meals on the table, suppers in the freezer to feed my family. We have taken this to a whole new level, baby, and I'm gonna show you how to do just that too. And it's perfect. Like, you sacrifice one weekend or one day for the entire month of meals, or for the entire 3 months of meals, which is what we're going to do this month. You wanna get it all together, like 2 hours extra an evening kind of together? See what it normally looks like. You have to plan out the meal. You have to see if you have the ingredients, only to find out that you don't. Then you run to the grocery store, you pick it up, you leave the grocery store buying like noodles because you needed the noodles, and you also bought like, I don't know, $25, $30 extra of groceries that you just saw along the way. So you're taking your mini grocery haul home and you're exhausted after a long day of work. You're coming back to a very hangry family, only to spend the rest of your evening making a meal and then doing all of the dishes. And guess what? You get to do it all again tomorrow. Well, let me tell you about what I'm talking about. When you are doing freezer bulk meals, this is what your evening will look like now. On Thursday or Friday, you're gonna plan to take out 5 to 6 meals out of your freezer. You're gonna know what those meals are because we're gonna plan it out and have it on a little checklist for you. You're gonna plan these 5 to 6 meals for the upcoming suppers this week. Because you're doing the planning on the Thursday or Friday, you get to order the groceries for it and you get to order them properly. So when you have the meal list, you're gonna go through and see, is there anything that you need? You know if you need something for the meal in particular, like buns or coleslaw or something like that, because it will say right on the bag. We're gonna get to that too. And you're gonna wanna pick up anything that complements the meal, like a salad or a veggie dish or a side dish of some sort. Boom, you've got your grocery list. Now you've got your groceries and you're ready for the weekend. Choose a day to do your weekly prep. Like I said, I'll put that video at the end if you missed that. That's a game changer video you're gonna wanna watch. So on your weekly prep day, you wake up early, you take out the meals, you throw them in the sink of hot water to defrost, you relax and you have your cup of coffee. And while you're having your cup of coffee, your chicken's defrosting and marinating in the bag. And depending on your meal, depending on the meals that you pick, in an hour or two, you can throw everything on the barbecue at the same time as other things in the oven. You can cook it all up at once. Use the Instapot or the steamer. But the benefit is you can have all those machines working at the same time, round after round after round, and then you're done. Get the meals made and then get like side things prepped. So maybe it's side salads, maybe it's sides of fruit, maybe you're cutting up a veggie platter. Get it all ready to go so you're ready for the week. So let's say that's your system now. Now what does your evening look like? You drag your butt home after a long day of work. You open the door to an amazing smell. What's that? Oh yeah, that's supper in the slow cooker that you threw in the morning. And it has been cooking all day while you've been away. Or you take the meal out and it's been marinating all day and you throw it on the barbecue. Or you pop it in the microwave for a quick warm up and go. While that stuff's getting ready, grab those plates and cutlery that you're gonna eat with. Take out the salad, the fruit plate, or the other veggie dish that you prepared. And in an actual 5 to 10 minutes, supper is served. Cleanup is just as easy, people. You wash up the plates and the cutlery that you ate with. Done. And trust me, you're gonna save time there too, because instead of running the dishwasher every day, you might wash it every 2 to 3 days. Yes, I said it, every second to third day. It is possible because you eliminated 90% of your prep and serving dishes. And you have the evening to live. Not convinced yet? Here are some other benefits. Having 50 plus freezer meals in your freezer ready to go. You just pull something out of the freezer and throw it in the slow cooker in the morning to have supper ready that night. That's different. You are reducing your grocery costs by buying in bulk by 40% or more by just reducing what you have to throw out every week. And this is done really simply. Planning, freezing, actually using the item you buy. Do you want to increase your savings further? With a complete grocery list in hand, shop your own grocery store first. At home, shop your own ingredients first. And when you're planning to do freezer meals and you know that meal creation day is coming up, you can also shop through flyers for the best price. And then strategically plan the most expensive items like meats or cheeses to buy them in bulk at places like Costco, like I do. Having freezer meals in the freezer allows for more family time and a healthy, nutritious, and controllable meal plan. It reduces stress and anxiety at the end of each day by eliminating that what's for supper panic, bringing your prep time, your cooking time, your eating time and cleanup down from 2 hours a day to 20 minutes a day. You tell me that's not a game changer. The other thing is you're in complete control. So what you choose for your meals is what you choose for your meals. As long as they freeze well, you are good to go. You could have something super simple like what I'm going to show you with the summer bulk meals, or you can choose something that's more complicated, a special recipe. Hey, you're the chef, you get to decide. And don't forget, because you're cooking at home, there's massive takeout costs that you are not paying and eating out costs that are not weighing on your budget, especially if you're working on limited time frames. I know I'm running from kids' activities to kids' activities, so I know the time in between is very short, especially if you want to get home before a decent time of bedtime. So make sure that you have those meals ready to go, that you can warm them and eat on the run. It will save you from going out. It will save you from throwing a cheeseburger at your kid's head and hoping it sticks. My girlfriend Karen at my son's daycare, she was all about the weekly prep. She was really excited about the video when it first came out. But when we were talking, she said, my biggest problem is that I have a little guy, and my little guy and I drive 40 minutes to and from home to work or home to daycare. So the drive alone means that I'm trying to feed him snacks in the back of the car. He's not hungry when I get home and he's having a sugar crash. I don't know what to do. It makes her evenings miserable. Until she realized, take the meal with you, warm it up at work, and eat on the way home. Changed everything. That's a game changer. I'm not a huge person of eating in the car, but when you gotta, you gotta. So for Karen in particular, she went and bought a special tray for her son's meals. And he can have it in the car, he can have it on there, it's not getting everywhere. It's perfect. It's the best solution. She can have supper over and done with before she even gets home. Now you can focus on living. Don't you love those game changers? Ooh, juicy. Another huge component of making freezer meals is you're actually gonna soak up the nutrition in the food. Studies say that as our food ages in the fridge, it loses nutritional value and nutrients. I don't even wanna tell you what I'm losing in the aging process. That's a whole nother ball of wax. The average Canadian family throws away 30 to 40% of their groceries. For the average Canadian household, you're looking at 308 pounds of food waste every single year. Every single year. The studies say that's like $1,100 just thrown out of the Canadian household. That makes me totally sick. That makes me totally sick. Seriously, dude, that's a little vacation with your family. That's a post-secondary education fund started for your kid. That's new furniture. That's a savings account for peace of mind. Or that's like, I don't know, maybe 6 months plus of your bulk meals. You tell me if it's worth it. You take the time to look at it, purchase it, leave the store with it, you haul it in your house, you shift it and move it around like 1,000 times in your fridge and pantry, and then you throw it out. Like, stop the madness. What is happening? We have to combat this problem. It's this craziness. They say in general in Canada, we are throwing out 2.2 million tons of food waste every year. It adds up to like $17 billion. What on earth? Could you imagine if we all knew how to prevent this? Our population would be $17 billion richer. Like, just think of that. And how to prevent this is so easy. It costs nothing. It costs nothing to learn. It costs nothing to stick with. And it saves us thousands of dollars as a reward. By cooking in bulk, you are reducing the cost just simply by reducing the waste. I'll give you an example. You tell me you're not throwing out 2 of those 3 bell peppers you bought last week for tacos. I laughed so hard at one of my cousin's posts on Facebook because her post simply read, "Oh my God, I just about left the grocery store without buying that bagged salad I need to throw out next week." Like, that's what anybody who has done or who is in charge of their family's grocery purchases and the management of that food knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's sad. It's sad to throw out the salad. You're like, oh, I had such high hopes for you, salad. Our relationship is over. I'm not ready. Another huge benefit of making freezer meals is your time is worth something, honey. Do the math for yourself. 10 minutes a day for planning the meal, getting the grocery list ready, and running and picking up those little grocery items. Another 15 minutes for the actual prep of the meal and the organization of it. And if you are like 90% of the people watching this video right now and happen to be totally distracted by children and chores and activities and interruptions during that meal prep time, you just go ahead and add more time to that. Add another 30 to 60 minutes for actually cooking up that meal, and another 20 minutes for cleanup of all the prep, cooking, and serving dishes. People, let's tally that up. That's 100 minutes a day. 100 minutes a day. Add eating time to that. If you have a toddler, add a lot of eating time to that. So each week you're spending like 700 minutes doing this. That's 11 hours. That's like 11 and a half hours. Now let's compare that to having freezer meals, shall we? You are looking at about 20 minutes to cook, eat, and clean up the mess. So approximately like an hour and a half over the course of the week. You add another hour or 2 at the weekly prep, and you've got 2 to 3 hours for the week. That's good. That's solid. And it was a complete game changer in my life. I know it will be in yours too. So subscribe below and hit that notification bell because you're not going to want to miss the next episode in this series where I walk you through step by step in the meal planning every Thursday. Summer meals are on their way. And if you've ever thought about doing it, this is the time. Summer meals are the best meals because they're so easy to make. A lot of them are in a bag, dump and go. So it's gonna make things go fast and you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. So that's it. Stay tuned for more. And if this video helped you, like and comment below. Let me know. Hit subscribe so I can keep coming back every Thursday. And I want to say thank you for popping by. I love that you're learning to invest in yourself and your life. Welcome, Thrivers, to my Thrival Tribe. We'll see you soon.